Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Local Farmer's Diary. I am your local farmer, Johnny, and it is crunch time. It is the second day from the end of autumn, and we've got a whole bunch of carrots to get up out of the ground. Weather has not favored us, to say the least. Doesn't rain, but the dew is so heavy overnight that it just doesn't get to a point where we can get in and harvest with our harvester till after midday. And basically, as a result, we are stuck, not able to get out there into the field in time to have any measurable amount of work done. So I have had to do what I didn't want to do. We talked about not having to do all year. I have had to bring in Frank and his crew on a bit of an emergency. And Frank knows it's a bit of an emergency. So Frank is, doing what any businessman would do. That is gouge me pretty bad on service fees. So we're having to pay him 30% this year of what he brings in. We've already sold one load off of his trailer, $12,444. So we just need to keep track of the number of loads we have sold off of his trailer, and then obviously multiply it out and figure out what his 30% is in the end. And we are basically going to be busy the next day and a half running trailer and truck. That is because 2 days ago started out topping the carrots, and I was planning on basically topping the carrots until the ground dried up, and then I was going to get in the switch over to the harvester, harvest the carrots for the rest of the day, and basically do that, knowing that the morning was a little damp, but it wasn't too terrible bad to get out there with the tractor and the topper. Definitely wasn't something I wanted to do in the tractor and the harvester. But never dried up enough. I mean, it was just terrible wet. And we went the entire day before it was anywhere as close to drying up for the harvester. So we ended up just spending a whole day topping carrots. Got all the carrots topped. That's all we could get done. So I knew at that point that I was going to have to bring Frank in. I called him up and said he had a crew that was finishing up a job just one county over. So it was pretty convenient for us. He had a crew already fairly close, and they rolled in about midday today. And they've been running ever since. And I've got Frank's truck driver actually running my harvester there, because for whatever reason I have a very hard time in the tractor seeing the carrots. I didn't have any issue seeing where the tops of the onions were after they've been topped, but in the tractor cab I just cannot see where the carrots are. So I made a deal with him and I said, hey, you know what? I know where the best price is for these carrots. I can get there, I can get back pretty quick. I'm not running around trying to keep track of getting lost or anything. So let me run the truck. I run my trailer, and I'll just focus on keeping you guys empty, and we'll do it that way. And he agreed. He didn't have any issue seeing the carrots, so that's what we're doing. Sun is getting low in the sky. One more day left. What on earth happened to this guy? Let me go check, see what's going on with him. Hopefully he didn't break down. The last thing we need. Well, that was a little embarrassing. I got down there and found out that he was just taking a little a all of nature break down there in the woods. He was telling me that he probably has this pass, and he'll probably fill up on the next pass. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to unload him. Am I? Frank's driver called me up and said he probably had another couple passes too. So. What we'll do is we'll probably work as late into the night as we can today, because again, tomorrow is really the last day we have to get these carrots off these fields. We've got 5 fields of carrots, and we haven't been able to get a single field done yet. So. Frank told me that he was telling me when he was talking about his 30%. Frank, you're gouging me. No profit in that. At least for me. And he said, well, look at it this way, son. That, carrots in the ground, frozen, rotting over winter, is no money in your pocket at all. I bring my crew in there, and we get some portion of those carrots out of the ground. That's 70% money that you didn't have before. Like, true. Good point. Do that. Got me on that one. So, like I said, we're kind of backed up against the wall. Weather's not been cooperating. Winter's fast approaching. Once the ground freezes, we're pretty much done. Frozen ground means frozen carrots. And, well, they're never going to recover from that. Ground temps aren't too terrible bad at the moment. But need to be pushing our luck anymore. You saw me bring a load down here to the restaurant. We've got some loads already sold, and those loads we're going to be using our trailer for. And then Frank's loads are just going to go straight to market, straight to the place offering the best price. And right now that is Quaker State. As far as loads already sold, we've got loads sold to the restaurant. We've got 3 loads sold to the farmer's market. And once we haul those 5 loads, then we'll send the rest of our loads to whoever's got the best market price. It's going to be tomorrow sometime, so we'll have to check around tomorrow, see what everyone's prices are on carrots. But Quaker State has been paying out the best for carrots all summer, or all season, I should say. So just figure they're probably going to be the best deal, but we should still check. Check. They're right up the street here. Might be able to see their lights through the trees. Last load we brought over here was $12,444. Hey, notice our money overlay. Last time we were together, we had to borrow $15,000 from the bank in order to pick up our harvester and toppers we needed. And well, we have long paid that off. That didn't take long to settle up that bank debt, and we are now $117,000 in the good. Of course, without to pay Frank. Yeah, that's still looming over our head, but the way things are going this year, I think we'll definitely be in a position next year completely absolve ourselves of needing to rely on an outside contractor. Definitely good news. It's getting kind of dark, and I know these cameras, they toggle over to this black and white mode. It's too terrible dark. So just for good TV sake, go ahead and put this camera down, and I'll join you guys tomorrow for the final push. Well, good morning, everybody. We're in the final push, the last day before I think the ground's going to freeze, and we're going to be frozen out, literally, our harvest. Working fairly late into the evening. Got 2 fields finished last night, but we've got 3 trying to get done today. Got a bit of an early start, and thank goodness we didn't have near as wet a dew last night. We're able to get out here first thing in the morning with our harvest. We've got a fighting chance to get these fields in today. That total of 3 truckloads down the market from Frank's crew, and last night we were able to satisfy second load restaurant, and well, we satisfied 2 loads with the farmers market. Completely drew a blank there. I kept thinking flea market. I'm Flea market is not the right answer. We've got just one more load to bring over there to the farmer's market. Checked the prices this morning, and got a new place to take. In fact, I don't think we've taken crops to this new location, so I'll get to see it for the first time. It's quite a large establishment. They shouldn't have any problem processing all of the carrots that we're going to bring down there today. Darren said he's got a big meeting later today with the network. Not really sure what that meeting is all about, but sure we'll find out this afternoon what that all entails. Hopefully we'll be picked up for a third season. Ratings are doing pretty good. We're getting lots of feedback. Thank everybody for providing feedback. And if there's anybody that wants to ask any questions about how we do our farming up here in Bucks County, please don't hesitate to send a message to the studio. Be sure they'll put in an email address or a mailing address on screen. Early indications on winter seems to say that we're going to have ourselves a really cold winter this year. How much snow we might have to get, but cold winter might mean a difficult spring. Last year we had a pretty mild winter, point where we were able to get a fair bit of our spring field work done over winter. Made spring fairly light. But if winter is going to be hard and cold, we might be able to get too much done in the fields. If that's the case, well, we find ourselves backed up into spring. Alright, so our new location is just up this hill. Right there. Big establishment. Got a dump right over here by these big silos. Got a sorting facility or something in here to process these carrots. $12,848. All right, let me go ahead and add that to Frank's total. Well, Frank's helped us bring in about $50,000 worth of carrots. That's before his 30%, of course. I think next time coming up through here, I'm going to have to make sure I grab the right gear. Last time I was in too low of a gear, kind of bogged down coming up that hill. Unload our harvester. Grab this load again. So just to break out of the role play a little bit, I have to say that this episode's turning out a bit different than I was originally planning. That is because, well, did a couple segments where I was basically talking about needing to, well, we were topping the carrots and all of that, and the bad weather, and taking us a lot longer to get the onions off the field. The inability to come in and harvest in the morning with a really heavy dew, resulting in us basically having to wait until half the day is over, 2/3 of the day is over before we can even get out there and get in here to the harvester. But discovered after I'd recorded all of that he wasn't picking up any of my game audio. So I had to basically can all of that and pick up here where we picked up this video into the harvest. Already contracted out with Frank. Say that's really on me because I should have checked, made sure that I was capturing game audio. I had done a graphics driver update recently, and whenever I do that, OBS seems to want to default back to a audio source named default, and well, that audio source never really works. So yeah, a little disappointed in that, because I had come up with such a nice, what I thought nice, background as to how Frank got up here and why he's here, and for so adamant all year about getting our own harvesting equipment so we didn't have to have Frank and his exorbitant crop share percentages. I'm going to give you a little bit of background as to where that came from. $4,200. That satisfies our requirement now for all the pre-sale commitments. Now we can send the carrots off to wherever we want. Get a few extra bucks as a result. On and get our 5th load from Frank. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. We'll say that this is sadly going to be the last episode of the series. That's just because, well, with the storyline that we've got going and everything, and the way I like to record the videos, it's just a lot of off-camera work. A lot of off-camera work, and quite frankly, there's a lot of non-farm sim content that I want to get to, and everything. So this video will come out after the update, the SnowRunner, comes out, and after Idaho is released. But as I'm recording this, SnowRunner and ATS have not yet been updated. They'll be updated very, very soon. I want to focus on that. Obviously, we've been spending a lot of time on Midtown as of the recording of this, in doing pre-release testing. It might be fully released by the time this episode airs. I don't really know, because you do testing like that on pre-release maps, there is no set release date. Not like we're going to test, and then whatever we have, you know, by X date is how it's going to release. At least when it's done and everything. So overall, we're going to take a little bit of a break from the pre-recorded videos. We'll still be doing out map videos. We'll still be doing out live streams. But the pre-recorded stuff, we're going to take a little bit of a hiatus on. When I come back, I am thinking about doing a Polish map, running a Polish pig farm. Something I haven't done a lot of with seasons. We ran a pig farm in Emerald Coast. That was kind of just fattening pigs. I want to do breeding pigs. Haven't done them. So looking forward to diving into the breeding pig aspect of seasons. And I had completely misspoke. Earlier in the video, I was driving to the wrong cell point. I thought cell point I was driving to earlier was Quaker State. This is Quaker State. I was driving to a Richland Feed and Seed. Yeah, I was driving to Richland Feed and Seed, where Quaker State is. But that sometimes happens when you don't have the HUD up. 12,804. Carrots and onions have been quite profitable, or time consuming. Harvest. They weren't so much of a time sink on planting or anything. We want to thank Darren for working up the grimy pull harvester. That is, as I understand it, a more realistic way of harvesting carrots and onions. Little slow. And with respect to the carrots, I just can't see the unharvested carrot tops. They don't contrast enough for me visually between the ground and the topped brown texture that shows up when you top the crop. Onions I could see. They were yellow enough or white enough that I could see, but I can't see that field has carrots on it unless I really zoom in low and look at it. Thus the storyline of me driving the trucks, because not being able to see the carrots from the cab. Way I can just run the tractor, run the truck back and forth, everything. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just let some time pass and come back at you this afternoon. Then we'll hear what on earth has happened at the TV studio with our producer Darren's meeting. So with this load, we are 3 fields down, 2 to go. We're almost done our 4th field, so our screws moved over here to the last field that we haven't touched yet. Our harvester is just about done, field 41. As I've said, I really have enjoyed gameplay here on Bucks County. Kind of set up shop down at the sheep farm. Edited the map a little bit so that gameplay would work. But I will put a link in the description to TNT Modding's mappings. Modding or mapping. I'll put a link in the description to his Facebook and the latest copy of the map. Do have some sad news in that while map author was looking to send this to Giants for Mod Hub submission, is now, what I understand, kind of given up on that. I'm not really sure on the full ins and outs of the reasoning, but from what I understand, maybe they were requiring him to remove models out of the map that he didn't explicitly create, or something to that effect. So while that is sad news, kind of was hoping that console folks get a chance to play on Bucks County. Look like that's going to come to fruition. Frank's total has come up to $88,901 harvested with his equipment. So one more load and he's going to be topping the $100,000. 30%, $30,000 to him. $70,000 in the bank that in all likelihood we wouldn't have gotten in the bank to begin with. It's been so wet, though it hasn't been actually raining. See the little carrot tops there, but inside a vehicle I can't see them. This field is lined with trees and all. Let's do a headland around the field. That might help us out. This particular mod does come with the map, Parados Harvester, and the appropriate multi-fruit headers. Now, I have made some tweaks to it. I felt that its working speed was way too fast, and its capacity was way too high. But other than that, yeah, this Homer is included with the map. If you hadn't seen my map first impressions video of the map, have that information. So funny is working speed on this I've turned down to 4 miles an hour. Working speed on the other harvesters 6 or 7. For working with on this one so much bigger that it just chews through the field so much faster than that pull behind harvester. lined up. They'll hire them off and get our harvester unloaded. And with that, it's about time. I guess Frank gave us a call. He should be over at this point. Not Frank. Darren should be giving us a call. Hello? Hello? Darren, is that you? Yeah, how'd the meeting go? We've been canceled? What? Are you kidding me? Well, what are they gonna put in our place? I mean, I thought views were way up. I thought ratings were good. Fewer interactions were good. Everything you were saying that network looks for was perfect. What is going on? They're replacing us with Courtney's Quilting Corner and Joyce's Jams and Jellies? Are you kidding me? What? They're going more towards the women's demographic. Surveys say that more women watching TV during the time slot that we are on than men, and network thinks that they can get more ad revenue and more viewers on women's related programming. Seriously? So, alright, so it sounds like funding's cut. Aaron's advising me to just stop recording. This episode's the last episode they are going to be funding. Again, need to be replaced with Joyce's Jams and Jellies and Courtney's Quilting Corner. Wow, that was unexpected. So guys, I guess this is going to be my final sign off from one local farmer's diary. My name is Johnny. It's been a blast bringing you the last 2 years of our farming experience here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. It's a simple local sheep farmer that has expanded his operation to include needs of the local farmers market, cabbages, carrots, and onions. Apparently tune in next week for either Courtney's Quilting Corner or Joyce's Jams and Jerry's. I would say until next time, but it doesn't seem like there is going to be a next time, so maybe we'll talk to each other in syndication. Bye!
Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.